Okay. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had audio issues. So, all right, you guys can just go right back to it. Jake, go ahead.
All right, so the shadows just barely outrolled Vanya, and she will go immediately after they go. So this should be a pretty quick combat, hopefully. But yeah, you guys, I mean, I hope you run. I hope you one round it. Otherwise, it's not going to be pretty. But yeah, so these shadows rise up from the ground, and you see them encircle Zoe. And the first shadow, um, the one, we'll go in alphabetical order, just in this instance to make things simple. The first shadow, Shadow A, will move towards Zoe, and it will, yeah, it will reach forward, and it doesn't claw, it doesn't scratch, it doesn't bite. It's just it's this humanoid shaped shadow, and it just reaches out its hand, and it gets closer, and then it bursts out and tries to grab you with its, and it does not. It grabs for you, and you raise your. You don't use a shield, right? You're a dual wielder.
Correct.
You step to the side, and its hand misses you. But as you step to the side, Shadow B is also, no. You know what? We'll do opposite side, so it's more cinematic. Shadow E on the opposite side of you is right there behind you, reaching its arm out, and it also misses. So you're like dancing back and forth between these shadows. Shadow C on the left side sees that the other shadows are all surrounding, and it sees the creature to the south of it, I guess. And it's gonna turn and try to like spread the love, and so it does the same thing. It starts to reach towards Araven, and God, it misses also. Um, you guys are very, very, very lucky. And I'm not fudging rolls. I rolled a 1 and then like a 5 and then a 2. So um, Shadow B is going to, let me check something real quick. Shadow B will slide through its friend. Their forms slightly darken as they pass through each other, and then it comes out on the other side, and it's going to try and attack Vanya. Ah, there we go. There, how appropriate. So the shadow reaches forward and grabs Vanya on the arms, and you don't feel its arms grabbing you like a person would grab you. You feel its arms just kind of like move inside of you, and your whole body, you just get the chills. Just all suddenly, your whole body it just feels like your life force is draining from you. You just feel cold and empty inside. No comment. And you take
No.
you take 14 points of necrotic damage. The shadow critically hit you with his touch. So if you have your sheet, right? This is Vanya. Go ahead and write 14 damage. However you want to track that, I'll track it on your sheet. Also, you have 4 hit points remaining. But in addition to that, and you are there, right, Lily? Lily.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. I was making sure you're.
I was still going along with it.
Okay, I was making sure you heard your character getting her strength sapped out of her. So it reaches into your soul and basically sucks out your life essence. You have 4 hit points left. However, you also, along with your life force, you feel 3 points of your strength melt away. You lose 3 strength points. You have 11 strength.
Ooh.
So it is not just siphoning your health, it's also siphoning your actual strength itself. So you feel your body weaken, your armor feels a little heavier, your weapon feels a little bit heavier. And then Shadow D will, from where it's standing, it's also going to try to attack Zoe. She's the closest right there. They're not really thinking too much at this point. They're not trying to move around and do a whole bunch of, also it would get an opportunity attack if it moved, so. Does a 21 hit, Zoe?
Please, that doesn't even come close.
Oh, good. Well, I'll just roll that doesn't even come close damage then. That will be 11 necrotic damage.
Ow.
And you lose 3 points of strength as well.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so I'm marking these down. They're not permanent. Some things might be permanent, but yeah, it's not going to be permanent.
I've got the character sheet up that'll update when you update it.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and update. Yeah, your own character sheet. So, yep, that's been updated. That was the Shadow's turn. So they did a whole bunch of damage. Could have been worse. They got a couple of strong hits, but they could have all hit. So, that was the Shadows. Vanya, it is now your turn. You've got this shadow in your face, and he just basically melted inside of you and sucked out all of your life force. What would you like to do?
And I use. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna. Can I use channel divinity?
Sure. What would you like to use your channel divinity for?
Just like where like you summon like the. No.
So remember, you have like a couple to choose from. So you want to use the Radiance of the Dawn one, probably.
Yeah, Radiant Dawn.
Okay. So you are channeling divinity into Radiance of the Dawn. So any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. There is no magical darkness, although that would be cool if these things were magical darkness. They just instantly died. Each hostile creature within 30 feet, so all of the shadows, must make a Constitution save or take radiant damage. That damage is 2d10 plus your cleric level. So you are a level 2 cleric. So you're going to roll 2d10, so 2 10-sided dice, add them together, add 2, and then tell me that number.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them, right?
Yep, 2 10-siders and add 2 after you roll them.
I add something or no?
Yeah, the 2 numbers plus the number 2.
$15 total.
All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in order clockwise of the shadows and roll their Constitution saving throws. I have this number, but I want you to know where it is. What is your spell save DC?
I already rolled. Is your spell save? What? My spell save is 13.
Okay, so I'm going to make a Constitution save for each of the shadows. If they miss their save, they take the full 15 damage. If they succeed the save, they take half, which is 7. However, I'm going to go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you what happened. So starting, let's see, con is going to be that number. So I'm looking for a 13. So I'm going to say B fails, A succeeds, D succeeds, E fails, and C fail. So the only two that succeeded were A and D. The other three failed. So Shadow B, C, and E both take the full damage, which is 15. However, as you blast them with this light, could you make a religion check for me?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I got a 13.
All right.
Because I was
So 13 with your including your modifiers is enough to know that as you blast these creatures with radiant light, blessed by your god, Helm, I think it is. The light of Helm bathes this entire room in holy light, and you see these creatures not only burn from it, but their shadow turns almost into flesh, which then melts off of their form. And you realize / know that shadows are actually vulnerable to radiant damage. So the ones that failed take half damage, which is then doubled because they're vulnerable. And the ones that succeeded, the ones that failed take the full damage, the 15 times 2. So Shadow B, C, and E are all just dead. They evaporate into thin air, and they are gone. You just completely banished 3 of the shadows that were sapping all of your strength. Like, they were one more round, and they probably would have killed 1 or more of you. They rolled so bad. The last 2, A and D, succeeded, but so the damage was cut in half to 7, which is rounded down, and then doubled to 14. Shadow A and D are both still alive. The other shadows are all dead. So A and D both, they melt, their skin flashes. You see a, like, in like a cartoon where like electricity hits and you see their skeleton. You see like a shadowy skeleton inside their body for a second, and they look like a human that's just like getting blasted with fire. And then the light goes away and fades, and they're back to shadows. But their shadow bodies are almost not there. Like, they're almost completely faded away. But 3 of them have vanished into smoke, and 2 remain flanking Zoe. Coincidentally, it is now Zoe's turn.
I would like to attack. I can't quite see from the fog of war. Is that D?
D, yes, I'm sorry.
No problem. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I want to go ahead and attack him with my sword, regular attack.
All right. All right, so that's a 22 to hit with 9 piercing. And here. So you slash it with your sword, and as you slash through its body, your sword doesn't really affect it. Until the last little bit, as it's coming out of its body, you see that like little wisps of its shadow are torn away from its body. But because its body is already so, I say body loosely, its form is already so like weakened and corporeal, that those little wisps of shadow just kind of like split the shadow in half, and its bottom crumbles to dust and fog, which immediately disappears, and its top half floats off towards the ceiling and vanishes as well. So D is dead.
Can I direct my second attack at a different target? I can't remember. Okay, then I want to use my second attack to hit A.
All right. All right, that is also a hit. and it is also half damage because they're resistant to non-magical attacks. However, it was so weakened by the light that who disconnected?
Lily's trying to reconnect because she couldn't hear you guys for a moment.
Okay. Well, that slashing attack also kills Shadow A. So it is dead. All 5 of the shadows that were surrounding you have now vanished and been conquered in a single round before even half of the party could act because of Vanya's holy light.
At this point, Biggie is going to draw his sword, and he's going to say, "Prepare to die, foul beasts! You shall not." Oh, where'd they go? Did you guys kill him already? He's very slow.
Vanya's still not back in Discord, but I'm sure she would respond. All right. Initiative is over. We'll probably give a little short pause for Vanya to get back, but yeah, initiative combat's over, and you guys can continue exploring the dungeon. That was a anticlimactic cliffhanger, but actually it could have gone a lot worse. So it's a good thing that we had a light cleric specifically.
Yeah,
I'm back. Finally.
Welcome back. Yeah, so everyone's praising you because
Discord was being dumb, so I couldn't talk and I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh yeah.
And then it wouldn't let me disconnect, so I had to like restart the Wi-Fi thingy. Will had to help me.
Oh, good job figuring that out.
Well, I'm glad you're back, and good thing you came back because you just saved the entire party from these shadows that were about to kill all of them. So I'm sure they'll be carrying you out on a golden throne once you all escape the dungeon, which is still before you.
Yeah, this is so ridiculous because I actually told Vanya, like, when we were talking about what domain she could be, I'm like, oh, you could do this, you could do that. Hey, how about life cleric? And she's like, light, and I'm like, light? Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Fine. And then it's like, light is like the most OP cleric, like, just can one-shot like an entire room full of shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I like light.
Yeah, it's ridiculously powerful, and it's strong. It's strong at damage, and it's like really defensive too.
It's the only cleric that can cast Fireball, which you get later.
Oh my god! Oh,
so yeah, it's pretty.
Then Biggie and
nice.
Vanya can both be casting fireballs.
Double Fireball.
More
and
Over.
I'll add the house rule that you can cast spells as a bonus action, so it can be 4 fireballs per round.
I'm gonna shoot cabbages.
My cabbages.
Not fireballs. Because Stranger Things reference that Willow doesn't get apparently.
I've never seen it either, so. All right, so the shadows are all dead thanks to Vanya and I guess technically partially Zoe. Whatever.
Oh, yes. Partially.
I mean, okay, who triggered the shadows? There you go.
Me, of course. I wanted to make sure that if anybody was in the middle of them all, it'd be me.
No, that's fair. And if it was Vanya, you guys would be dead right now, and we'd be rolling new characters instead of continuing the dungeon.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There is still a statue of a tall, pale man with nothing in his hand, which is now in Zoe's hand. I'm guessing she probably set it down or put it in a pocket so she could draw her second sword, which I will.
Can you wrap up that orb in a cloth or something?
Oh, wait, I had the orb in my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Ruh-roh. Yeah, I shouldn't have been able to draw my second sword.
Well, you can have an object interaction, so you could draw your sword, and I mean, I'd say it's pretty simple for you to just drop the sword, drop the ball in a pocket, and draw your sword at the same time. In this instance,
it's up to you.
Yep, no, that happened. We're not going to go back and retcon it. I mean, normally you could only have one object interaction, but that's not a big deal. It's close enough. So, yep, move on until the DM needs to tell y'all to do something. You can continue exploring.
Do you guys want to? I guess just hang on to the shadow orb for now, and we'll mess it later because I think we already did some checks and didn't get anything. Should we try to do another check on the statue? Okay, here, let me roleplay it. Hey guys, now that we killed all that stuff, I want to take a closer look at this statue and see if we can figure out who this dude is. Plus, his wolf is really awesome. So, can I do like a knowledge check or something, or anyone else can? You get more knowledge.
You can make a history. You can make a history check if you want.
Yay, history check. Okay, rolling. Let's see. Okay, my history is +5. I'm proficient. Ooh, 17. Yes, so 22. What do I know about this dude?
Well, based on what you found in here previously, and just the general demeanor of this statue, you can kind of surmise that it is a very important figure to the people who inhabit these areas. You can draw what conclusions you would from that, but it does look like they revere the person depicted in the statue.
Is it Jander
like extreme?
Sunstar? It's Jander Sunstar, I bet.
You don't know who that is, or if you do know who that is, you don't know if he looks like this. So all you know is that this statue was treated and crafted with extreme reverence and respect, and he looks like a very important figure being depicted, at least according to the people who built this place or who inhabited this place.
Okay, so if any party members can jump in with it if they want, but I'm just going to give you a couple of Biggie's thoughts real quick. Okay, I want to search the other room. It looks like a bedroom before we go down the stairs, I think. But also we've got these stairs up here that lead to a ladder. Now, I'm pretty sure this is an escape hatch. Usually in dungeons, on somewhere around the lowest level, there tends to be an escape where you just go straight up and then you come out at like some stables or something like that nearby. So it's kind of like a quick out, so you don't have to go all the way back through the dungeon. So that's what I think this is. If you guys want, potentially one of us could go up there, look around, and be like, oh, yep, this lets out, blah, blah, blah. But also you could go up there and find monsters, or it could be a completely different room, and we could get attacked. I don't know. So we could explore that if you guys want. Then we've got this bedroom, I'd say, and then go down the stairs. Before I get you guys input on that, though, I really just want to mention something really important. So my lizard, his name is Apep, or Apophis, and I call him Pepe for short, so he's Pepe the Lizard. He's named after the Egyptian serpent god of the underworld, and he's really, really cute, even though he's got a scary name, and I like him, and he climbs on me. So Biggie has like this cute little lizard just crawling around on his shoulder, and he's like, hey, little guy, here, what a cutie you are. So, just wanted to get that out there. Yeah.
Everyone make a roll to see if Pepe is cute. Just
Oh,
there is no roll necessary.
Pepe should get a charisma check on that.
Pepe, you don't want Pepe to do a charisma check.
You lag.
Okay, Pepe is.
He has a -4 charisma.
What? Lizards have -4? Oh,
I know.
20, natural 20. Natural 20.
Okay. So you're not completely disgusted by him. You're not and you wasted your natural 20.
No, not wasted. Not at all wasted. This is on the stream, okay? Oh, that way. This is on the stream. You're going to watch it later, and I'm going to say, oh, Pepe's going to roll for cuteness. And then you're like, you have a negative whatever. And then, boom, natural 20. So, Pepe's cute.
All right. One
Even
person in the party.
Lizards are the worst familiars. I sat there and I researched, and I'm like, wow, lizards are like the second from the worst. Like familiar, like they're terrible. They can't do like every other familiar is better than them. I should take like an owl or something, but no, Pepe is cute, so I like him now. He's staying with me.
Good, and he rolled a 20 charisma check. So one person in your party is completely dazzled by Pepe, but they don't show it because it's a lizard. So his check wasn't high enough to make them visibly show their excitement. But at some point during before your next rest, one of those party members will get inspiration. To be determined at a later point.
Yay!
But none of you know who. Like, at some point, you'll just be fighting, and you'll go, I'm doing it for Pepe. And then you get, boom, inspiration. You get to reroll a d20. But it'll be determined by
For
me
Pepe.
depending on the dire straits. So, yeah, good job. Your 20 did not go to waste.
All right, so what do you guys think about this checking the escape hatch versus the bedroom?
I think we should check out the escape hatch. It's really interesting looking because it could be an actual escape place or it could be like a secret treasure room.
I could say
Yeah, but how far away is the bedroom?
It's just right over here.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was thinking, get the bedroom out of the way. That way we can continue down the escape hatch. Because if we go in the escape hatch and it's really cool, and we're like, oh crap, we complete that bedroom, we have to come back.
Now I can send Pepe, and I can see through his eyes. So I could send him, and he can climb straight up walls. So I could actually send him up the escape hatch. Now, if there's a door at the end, he's not going to be able to open it unless he can squeeze through a crack. So he might not be able to see that far. But I just want to put that out there. If he dies, that's sad, but I can resummon him whenever I get, reagents again. So just putting it out there, Pepe is an option. What do you think, Vanya?
I love Pepe, but yeah, I agree.
You want to send Pepe up the escape hatch?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action to see through the eyes of my familiar. So Biggie holds his hand out, and he's like, "Watashi wa onimasu ka?" And his eyes like glow white, like his pupils and everything disappear. And then Pepe, his eyes like kind of shimmer, and now he's gonna go scurry, 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 and he's gonna climb straight up the ladder. What does he find?
All right, Pepe walks through the open door leading up the stairs, and he skitters, plop, 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 with his little feet plopping up the stairs, and he gets to the top, and he sees, and you see, a landing with a 6-foot-high ceiling. The ceiling is close-fitting, tightly built planks, and there is a wooden trapdoor set into the ceiling. There is a large bolt shutting it from the side, which Pepe would not be strong enough to move, but you think a normal-sized person could just, like, yeet it out.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. And there's no cracks that Pepe could... the lizards are pretty small. I can squeeze.
Nope. It is sealed tighter than an expletive that I will not say here.
Not for the stream. Okay. I don't know where this comes up at. I'm trying to think if we found any doors that we couldn't go through, but I'm pretty sure this is a one-way escape hatch. So once we open it, well, does someone want to peek out? So Pepe scurries back down. Oh, good job, Pepe. My eyes go back to normal. You know what? Biggie's like, screw this. I just want to know. And he's going to climb up. And he's going to... before he moves the bolt, he's like listening. Like, he just wants to see if he hears anything at all.
Make a perception check.
Okay. And he's also going to do the bolt really slowly and carefully in case there's like a guard just standing right up here. Okay. Perception check. Oops. +2. 7 perception.
All right, you hear nothing other than the sound of Pepe licking his eyeballs and the haunting chanting coming from behind you and down the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna open it slowly and carefully, quietly. Do I do a stealth check?
No, not necessary. You peek the door open, and it slowly creaks and wrenches its way open, and you look at your surroundings, and this room looks very familiar to you. And in fact, you see torches around the room, and this is... Hold on. I am snapping everyone to the view, and this is what you see as you emerge from the trapdoor.
Oh. Huh. That's where it was, really? But we couldn't have gotten down through this direction, so.
You did not see anything. This is like a huge gaping, like 5-foot trapdoor. You walked all around this room. It wasn't there before.
Okay. Like it shifted spatially, or we couldn't see it from this side?
There's not a rug. It's not hidden. It's not miscolored. It just wasn't there before.
Well, I don't like that. Okay, do. I close the lid and I go back down, and I'm like, nothing up there, guys. that's just an escape hatch, and he's just gonna pocket the information that something is spatially off of this realm. Do.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
The door shuts with a creak and a snap.
All right, he's gonna say, "Let's go to the bedroom," because his favorite thing to do late at night is creeping into bedrooms that aren't his. Do. Creeping on in. Oh,
right. And while he is moving forward, what would everyone else like to do? Vanya and Zoe, you are both still completely drained. You feel like you can barely even walk. You are so tired and damaged as well. While Pantok's just like, he's like, okay, it's just an escape route, and then he walks to the room and he starts leaving you guys.
Oh, we can do a short
what's
rest.
everyone else doing?
Do you guys need a short rest?
Vanya has 4 HP and -3 strength, and Zoe has crap. How much damage did I say Zoe takes?
11. I think I was down to 9 HP. I kept waiting for the sheet to update.
Yeah, I didn't update it.
Okay. So let's do a short rest. You guys roll your hit dice and do what you need to do. Yeah, Big E didn't get attacked at all. He took 0 damage, and he didn't even get to his turn, and the whole battle was over. So literally, Big E's like, "What happened? What are you talking about? Where the shadows go?" You guys are like bleeding. You're like, "No, we're seriously injured. We need to rest." And he's like, "But I'm fine. Fine, whatever."
Hit dice? What hit dice?
Oh, and so you probably want to use your Well, yeah. So if you guys want to do a short rest, Zoe probably wants to use her second wind before the rest,
Yes.
and then don't forget to use Song of Rest and include that in the healing. But go ahead and wrap up. Zoe and Vanya are the only ones who took damage, so go ahead and wrap up your healing. And I'm assuming Ervin will be playing the Song of Rest
yes.
quietly while you guys are resting. So go ahead and do that. Nick, if you'll help Vanya do hers if she needs help, and then let me know once everyone is healed up and how much you healed.
Sure. If it's okay with you, I'm going to tell Vanya on the stream, just to have her double check. I don't think any of her stuff is short rest. I think it's actually long rest. So, Vanya, to heal up, just erase your 1 hit die. It says, you found it earlier, 1d6. Just erase it and write 0. Then what you get to do is you get to roll 1d8. I think it's a d8. That's what the hit dice are for. They're for healing up. So you're going to actually roll 1d8. And then however much you roll, you heal that much. But you also add your constitution.
Wait, can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just be right there. Hold on.
What was it for the Song of Rest again? 1d6?
Do you know that offhand? Do you have that reference, Ervin?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Song of Rest. Do you have the reference for how much for what your Song of Rest does? Hello?
Hold on.
Okay. It's 1d6.
Got it.
Yeah, I was trying to find it in the player's handbook, but since I'm not very familiar with it,
Yeah, no,
I've got it.
I've got it on the sheet here. Do you have that written down on your sheet, Willow?
Yeah, and also I healed 5 hit points, and I was at 15, so now I'm back to 20. I only have 1 hit dice left, though.
You did a rest also?
Yes.
Okay. You actually had spent 1 hit dice, so you only have 1 hit dice remaining. You're at 15 HP, but 1 hit dice. Did you want to spend your last hit die?
Wait. No, I said I was originally at 15 hit points. My max is 20. I healed 5 from 1 hit dice. Also, you guys get to have a bonus 1d6 because of my Song of Rest. Everyone does.
Right. Was that the last? Are you
Hmm?
talking about what you did before, or are you saying you just now healed 5?
I just now healed 5.
Okay. You had already spent a hit dice previously today, so you only have 1 remaining. So if you use that, then you have no hit dice remaining.
By the way, I healed for 9.
9 total. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you might have forgot to mark a hit dice. Or maybe I forgot to mark it up when you guys long rested, but you guys have been down here for a while, so
Yeah, I'm out of hit dice completely. I've already used them all.
yeah, you're out. Now, did you use Second Wind and roll your hit dice with your con mod and Song of Rest?
No, I rolled second wind, the 1d10 plus my level 2 and 1d6. Add that.
Okay, so you did both. Are you full HP?
No, I am not full HP.
Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Did you say you rolled the Song of Rest also?
Yes, I did roll the Song of Rest as well, but I didn't roll any hit dice because I'm out of hit dice.
Oh, you've used your hit dice already?
Yeah, they were already gone. Yeah.
Did you remember to recover them at the start of the rest? At the start of the day?
What?
I don't think you've used any today. I still show you have 2.
Oh, well, then maybe I have 2. I thought about.
I don't think so.
I probably forgot to refresh my hit dice in that case.
I mean, it's
whatever you
possible.
want to do.
It's possible that I'm just completely forgetting to go in and update your sheets as you're doing things, but it's also possible that the sheets are wrong. So
I know, it's up to you, whatever you want to call it as. Either way, it's fine with me.
I am always going off of my sheet. So if I forget to heal your hit dice, then, or if I forget to remove your hit dice, then you get bonus hit dice. If I forget to recover your hit dice, then you should have checked your sheet to make sure that I gave you hit dice. So ultimately, it's up to you guys, but I am going off what my sheets. So Aravan consumed a hit dice earlier today, and Zoe has not consumed any hit dice today. So,
I said I'm going to use one of my hit dice.
Okay. So you use what, Willow?
I told you guys what I rolled for my Song of Rest, right?
Are for your Song of Rest to heal yourself?
Oh wait, I healed Lily for it, or I helped heal Lily for it.
So Song of Rest, doesn't she roll the d6 and then everyone adds that
Yes.
bonus? Okay, so she rolled a 3.
Yes, for Song of Rest.
Yes.
Okay. So 3 plus the hit dice that she rolled?
Yes, she rolled a hit dice, and I don't know what that is. I was helping Lily.
Okay. I need to hear, let's start with Vanya. She is consuming 1 hit die, and I need her to roll 1d8 plus 1 plus 1d6 and give me a total number.
The total number is 8. She rolled a 4 plus 1 Constitution modifier plus 3 from Song of Rest, so she is at a total of 12 hit points.
Okay, and she has no remaining hit dice, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Zoe, you should have rolled. I'm sure you did. I'm just confirming. I'm going over. You should have rolled 1d10 for your second wind. And then did you say you were consuming a hit die? I think you might be AFK. So, Aravan, you have one hit die remaining. I seem to recall the last time you healed and you conserved 1 hit die and left yourself at 15 because you didn't want to waste one. So you haven't taken any damage since then, but you still have 1 hit die left. In order to use Song of Rest, you have to consume a hit die. So you can either do nothing and not heal, which is fine. You're at a fine amount of HP. Or you can roll that hit die and overheal a whole bunch. Would you like to use any heal?
My suggestion is to go ahead and use it because Vanya is kind of low and we're out of hit dies and we're probably not going to do another short rest. I think we're going to be able to go downstairs and wrap up some big boss encounter. So probably go ahead and use it because it's better to be at full health than down 5 because Vanya's already down. That's my thought. If you want to save it, you can, but I just don't think we're going to do another short rest. I think that we're going to be wrapping it up.
All right, then I'll give it to Vanya and not consume the hit dice.
Okay, so everyone and anyone in your party, yeah, so that works. Anyone in your party, when you guys rest, if anyone consumes hit dice, they gain an additional 1d6. Every single person who consumes hit dice. You don't have to choose who gets it. Every single person who consumes a hit dice gets that additional healing. So if everyone uses one hit dice, you heal everyone for an additional 1d6, which they roll along with their heal. So you don't have to do anything other than be there and perform, which is not, unless you're like, I mean, if you guys are trying to keep quiet, you can't perform, but you don't have to roll anything or announce anything. Yeah. So all that's limiting it is anyone who chooses to spend a hit die also heals from your performance.
Yeah.
So if you choose to heal, then you also get the bonus.
So your choices
but
are
only if you heal.
Save your hit die, and then you're still at 15 HP, down from 20. You're not at your max. Or you roll your hit die. You already get a 3 bonus from Song of Rest. So as long as you get a 2 at least on your hit die, then you're at max health. If you get more than 2, then you're really kind of wasting it, is what Jake is saying. However, I don't think we're going to get another long rest. I think we're pretty much spent after short rest. I think pretty much after this we're spent and we have to be able to do a long rest, like one more big battle kind of thing. So I would say go ahead and use it so that you're at full hit points. If you think that it's going to be dire straits and you want to save it, you can. But Vanya's already out. I think that Biggie is out. Actually, Biggie has one. Anyway, it's up to you.
So the other end of that could be everyone else is out of hit dice. You might not want to blow all of yours because if they start dying and you also don't have any healing left, then no one has any HP.
Does Zoe have any hit dice left?
That's what I was about to tell Jake. I used one hit die and I'm at 24. I'm at max HP and I should have one hit die left.
So you rolled 2d10 plus 1d4 plus 2 was your total healing, and you're back at max.
Yeah, let me double check that I didn't screw that up.
I don't want you to have to be rolling extra stuff because your second wind is pretty strong.
I rolled a 1d10, a 1d6. I added 2, and then I rolled another 1d10.
Okay, so you did consume a hit die. You have 1 left. Biggie has 1 hit die remaining and full HP. Vanya has no hit dice remaining and is down 6 HP. Erevan has 1 hit die remaining and is down 5 HP. Zoe has 1 hit die remaining and is at max. So everyone is pretty full except Vanya took a lot of damage. She had to consume to heal a lot. But everyone still got another burst of energy and a decent amount of HP. Going back to what you said about Lily's abilities, Channel Divinity does recover on a short rest. So her Channel Divinity is back. Yep. For Paladins, it's a long rest.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Zoe still has Action Surge and Second Wind. Erevan has consumed all of his Bardic Inspiration. And did we decide what kind of Blade Singer you are? Are you short rest or long rest?
I told you short rest because it's only a minor bonus the other way at like level 6 before it makes a difference. So I decided that I even have a chance of maybe convincing you of being like, oh, come on, just let me change it. So I'm going to take the one that helps me. So I'm taking the short rest one. So I get my Blade Singer back. Yeah.
Okay. How many of those come back?
2.
Okay, so you have 2, and it recovers on a short rest.
Yeah.
And what was the other penalty that, if you did remember offhand, otherwise don't worry about it right now.
Sorry, penalty?
Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like you get it's weaker or something, or is it only the how often you can?
How often you can cast it. So the other one was long rest, proficiency bonus.
Proficiency bonus.
The old one
Right.
is 2 times every short rest. The new way is proficiency bonus times every long rest, which is actually worse until you're like level 8 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
This is way better.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 2 per short rest until I feel like auditing it and making sure we're good. So you got your blade singing back. Basically, everyone's got all their stuff back except for Vanya's warding flare and Erevin's bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
If everyone is good and still here, I'm going to take a quick roll call. In the future, the way that I'm going to do hit dice is I'm going to call individual people, have them resolve theirs, and then move on because it's no one knows how to do theirs. Not no one, and no one asterisk knows how to do theirs immediately, quickly. So it'll be faster to just go one by one. So,
I get it.
So starting with this is a roll call. Zoe, you already said you're there. Biggie, I know you're already
I'm
there. Erevin. And Vanya.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay. And you guys have defeated the shadows, and you've rested up, and Biggie was itching to go explore that bedroom. And continue.
Yeah, Biggie's like, okay, finally, are you guys ready? Jeez. Like, he's so disconnected. Like, he doesn't even understand this massive bloody battle that Vanya is, like, you know, really still hurting. He's just, like, confused. He's so ambivalent. And you guys are like, dude, we almost died. And he says, good. The warm embrace of Kalimvor, god of the dead, is all that I seek, and all that any living shall seek. He worships Kalimvor, god of the dead.
All right. And what is everyone else saying and doing? Vanya, what is your character saying and or doing?
We're awake now, right?
Yep. No one went to sleep. You guys were just resting up, taking a breather, healing your wounds.
It was a 1 hour short rest, just to bandage our wounds and stuff.
Okay.
So-
I'm probably still laying down and waiting for everyone to do something, maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
we're moving
So Biggie
on.
got up and walked out of the room. Erevin, what is your character doing as you guys complete the long rest? Doing and or saying?
My character followed Biggie and Pepe more importantly, trying to get a closer look at Pepe and petting Pepe and that stuff.
Okay. And then Zoe, what was your character doing? Keep in mind, Vanya is still laying asleep in the corner of the room. She's taking a power nap.
I should probably go wake her up. Otherwise, she'll be, what? Where everybody? What's going on? Oh God! Oh God!
Please,
I wanna go
wake up Vanya.
You don't want to ask Biggie to wake someone up who's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I try to wake Vanya, and I go ahead and start proceeding towards the bedroom.
All right. How are you trying to wake her up?
I just assumed I was shaking her.
Okay. So Vanya, you're laying there like half asleep, taking a nap, and Zoe starts shaking you silently. How do you react to that? What are you doing? Are you awake yet? Are you moving?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Okay.
All right, we're going to the bedroom. Come on, Vanya.
Okay. I follow him.
Okay, move your token. You're in control of your character. You have to role play and do what your character is doing.
Okay, hold on.
Your character doesn't do anything automatically. You have to describe and or move them in order to proceed in the game world. Okay, so everyone is moving forward. Continue exploring. Everyone do and act whatever you would like to do. Your movement doesn't count unless you describe an action behind it. And go ahead.
I use my action to see through the eyes of Pepe, and I send him into the room.
All right, Pepe plaps into the room, and he walks into the room. You can kind of see a little bit in there, but as he walks in, he sees kind of the full picture. And it looks like a small square bedroom. There is a bed on the bottom wall, and I think the description here, I'm sure. There is a large wood-framed bed with a mattress that looks like there are little bits of feathers sticking out, and it's kind of like a little sunken and almost rotten looking. On either side of the bed, there is a pair of iron candlesticks with no candles in them. They are completely empty. There is an open crate in the top left corner of the room, and which Pepe cannot see in from his angle. There is a large wooden footlocker at the base of the bed. And on the right side of the room is a closed wardrobe.
Looks a little cracked open to me, though.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's shut.
Okay, well, Pepe's gonna crawl on the crate, or like he's gonna crawl on the edge of the crate and look in.
All right, he climbs up the crate,
He's just gonna check out
and he
everything.
looks in. Yeah, he looks in and he sees it is an open crate. Inside, he sees some piles of torches and a leather sack resting at the bottom underneath the torches.
Okay, he's not gonna go climbing into no sack, so got it. And then he's gonna climb up on top of the footlocker. He's gonna scurry on the bed. He's gonna scurry over to this cabinet, and he's just kind of like checking each one and seeing if there's any like way to get into the footlocker or get into the cabinet, and just kind of checking out the things. And then he's gonna come.
All right. The cabinet's kind of open just a little bit. He can crawl in there if he would like to, but I don't believe he has dark vision, does he?
I will look that up. I have it, but yes, he would like to climb in, and they do have dark
He
vision.
does. He has. Yep.
30.
All right.
feet
So he
of
climbs.
and climbing speed.
He climbs into the wardrobe, and there's just like, I mean, you can't really see. You can't. You is what I'm really describing. You can't see a whole lot in here from kind of the lower angle, but it looks like just some old clothes, mostly like robes and things like that, just kind of hanging in the wardrobe. Nothing of note, nothing fashionable or spectacular, just some old robes.
Okay, and then he's gonna scurry back to my shoulder. Okay, guys, not much in here, just a bunch of old torches. He's gonna go in, and he's gonna reach down the torch bag, and he's gonna start collecting up the torches into his sack.
All right, there are a total. You lose track a couple times, but there ends up being a total count of 30 torches, and there is a leather sack resting in the bottom. It looks like maybe
I can carry 30 torches,
like a half
right?
a foot wide sack.
I thought for sure when you said he loses track a few times, I thought for sure you're going to say there's like 3 torches.
No, yeah, you can carry 30 torches at this point. You got 43 torches.
Awesome. I love my torches. He's gonna grab.
Be right back. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. He's gonna grab the leather sack. Was that the only other thing in there besides the torches?
In the chest, yes. That's all the. No, sorry, not the chest. Crate. But yeah, that's the only thing that's in there. It's a crate and then a leather sack.
Okay, he's gonna snatch up the leather sack and rummage through it. Peppy.
All right, you rummage your hand through it and you kind of look down into it and you just feel like smooth, waxy, and you look down in and it's just a whole bunch of candles. There's 15 candles inside this leather sack.
Oh, I was just looking to see if I had candles. Okay, so I would like to take. Excuse me. How many candles do these candlesticks hold by the bed? Is it like one or multiple?
Each one holds. It's got a single thing in the top, but it has like little smaller sconces for smaller candles. But all the candles you've got are the same size, so they can hold up to 5, but really only one in the main burner.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one on each side of the bed, and then I'm going to pull out my tinderbox and use it to light one candle, and then use that candle to light the other one. And I want to just light up the bedroom.
All right, the bedroom is lit up fairly bright. I think candlelight is dim light, but it's dim light. Dim light's bright light to you elves.
I think it's actually bright light for 5 feet though.
Yeah, probably.
Possibly.
So around the bed is bright light, and then dim light. Yeah, so it's pull up the. Where'd it go?
Biggie is looking at the bed and he's wondering
Dim. Or sorry, bright and then dim.
Okay. Biggie's wondering if this bed looks as ancient and unused as the other beds, or if it looks like is it covered in dust, or does it look like someone's actually slept here?
Everything down here is pretty covered in dust. It does not look like anyone slept here recently for a very long time. It looks It's kind of got like it's sunken down in the middle where people have probably been laying on it, but other than that, it's just very. I mean, like the sheets are crusty and the feathers are falling out. It looks about as old as the other ones, but maybe it was a nicer starting condition.
Okay, but crusty and smelly.
He's used to that.
For McGee, that's what he actively sleeps.
That's
in.
the norm.
Yeah, so it's especially to him. If he's noticing those things, he's like, wow, these are really crusty. It's like, oh, wow.
The best part is those sheets weren't crusty before he walked into the room.
Yeah, they weren't crusty when Pepe saw them.
Okay, so before he tries to open the footlocker, he wants to inspect it for traps and also see if it's like locked. Or if he can just open it.
All right, you look down. There is no visible lock on it, and if you would make an investigation check to see if anything seems out of place on it that would warrant suspecting a trap.
Yep, and my investigation is +3, 17.
All right, it is unlocked and untrapped as far as you can tell with your naked eye.
Awesome. I'm gonna
Nicki
fling it
Minaj.
open.
All right, you lift the cover of this footlocker, and it creaks open with age, and it snaps open as you lock it into its open position. And you look down, and there is a bunch of stuff. It is a huge chest, just filled to the brim with equipment. If you'd like to pull up a notepad and start writing shit down, I will describe it to you.
Wait. Really?
I'm also going to add it on your character sheet, just unless someone else wants to take it. Your sheet's getting kind of full, I will just. That's why I'll describe you this stuff, and then you can decide what to do with it. But it is all still in the chest. So until you start spreading it out, I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, I got notepad open, so go ahead.
All right.
I would like to move into the room to kind of eye what he's doing when he finds all that loot.
Okay, so yeah, you hear him rummaging around, and you hear the chest open, and you kind of follow him in.
What you got there?
I found a whole bunch of
Erevan
cool
and
crap.
Vanya, what are you guys doing, Erevan and Vanya, while he's doing that? Erevan first.
Okay, I wanna go in the room. I don't think there's much left to be investigated though.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all kind of explore as a group. You don't have to each go. It's not like, oh, okay, there's nothing left to investigate. You're kind of just when you travel as a group, if one person's taking the lead because other people don't want to take the initiative, then they're the ones that are going to discover the stuff. But yeah, I mean, you should still follow and keep close together. Remember what happened with the shadows? That could happen anytime. And Vanya. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna stick close to the group, just in case.
Okay. And then Vanya, what is your character doing?
Never mind, I can't go in the room, but
Yeah, there's plenty of spaces.
I'll just
stand
do it here then.
Here. Okay, right at the end. Okay. Sorry, so I just wanted to make sure everyone knew what they were doing and was participating if they could.
Or if I can go in here.
Yeah, anywhere that there's not another person you can be. If there's an object there, you can still be there. It just is kind of awkward to stand there, but I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'll be right here.
All right, so you all gather around as Biggie, and also Pepe is right here, but someone can still be in Pepe's square. He's tiny. So, Erevan, you're not being blocked by Pepe there if you wanted to move forward, but
Okay.
or yeah, he can climb onto Biggie. So wherever you guys want to be is fine. Just make sure you're aware of your character's position. So I'm going to start reading some stuff off. This is all inside the chest, and you're kind of looking down and see. This is just your immediate sense. So
when you put Pepe on Biggie, I read it as Peggy.
oh yeah, Piggy. Yeah, he did that, not me. But yeah, I'm not touching y'all's characters unless something special happens. But yeah, so looking down in this chest, you see the following things, and they're kind of piled on top of each other. The first thing you notice is laying on top of everything is a nicely folded cloak with a bronze, almost golden-looking clasp on it, and it is very nicely folded hooded cloak. Beneath that, there is a small wooden coffer, And I mean, we all probably know what a coffer is, but I guess it's just like a little mini chest. So it's like a little mini coffer. You can't see inside of it, but it doesn't look like it has a lock on the front. Beneath that, there is some sort of chainmail thing. It is folded up, but you can't exactly tell what sort of piece it is. There is a metal tin beneath that. There is a glass flask of some sort of liquid. There is a large bronze lantern. There is a small box. I would say more like a what do you call those? Like a lady's wallet, like one of those like clasps shut or whatever.
Coin purse.
Well, not a coin purse, like one of those like rigid ones.
I'm gonna go Google.
But yeah, I mean, kind of like a coin purse. It's like a little flat box that has a hinge on it and it folds open. But it's not like a chest. It's just like a little, like one of those, like it opens like a book.
Reliquary. Pocket.
Yeah,
book?
Sure. A small wooden reliquary with like, you know, leather and stuff on it. It looks pretty nice. And there is a large thick book with a old kind of faded yellow binding.
Okay. So after the small box, by the way, it's not a reliquary. Reliquary is like what you keep like holy relics in. It would be like a priest focus item. I was just thinking of weird container names. Okay, and then the old book, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to see what the. Oh well. I mean, I should just start taking stuff. Okay, so the cloak was on top, so I'll take that first, and I really don't want it. Well, what's it look like? Is it purple and black and silver?
It looks like a very nice. I am not going to look at any books and describe things, by the way. I'm describing them however I feel like, so you're not going to be able to use any book descriptions to help you out, just FYI. It is a very nice looking cloak. It's got a bronze clasp on the front where it would like clasp at the neck. It is like brown and green leather, and it looks very sturdy.
Magic, huh? Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to take it because, I don't know, it could be something. I'll just write down cloak, and I'm going to check it out later.
All right, so you reach in and you grab the cloak out, and you just put it in your bag?
Yes. Oh, well, I guess...
All right.
Is there any more inspecting to do for it?
No, I mean, unless you... you won't be able to tell for sure until a short rest, or identify. If you would like to wear it, you can. And as long as it doesn't require attunement, it would provide its benefits if it is a magic item or if it's just a regular piece of armor. So if you would like to go ahead and like slap it on and say, hey, this looks stylish, you're more than welcome to, but you won't know what it does.
I don't think I do. I think that you're just a little too enthusiastic about the things that I could do and not knowing what it is. So I'm just going to put it. I just got
slap it on. Just slap it on.
Just regular
slap it on.
Cloak is what I've got written down here.
All right, so you reach in and grab the cloak, and you're kind of rummaging through, and as you're kind of rummaging through this footlocker, you hear a rumbling behind you, and the wall bursts open, and there's a ghast standing directly behind you, and it starts ravening its way toward you. And this wall also bursts open, and another ghoul ghast starts ravening towards Vanya. So everyone roll initiative again.
I gasp at the ghast. That's that's a super. I mean, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a super ghoul or anything. Well, that's. Oh, look where they are. No, Vanya, oh God, no.
And we'll go ahead and do them as separate initiatives.
But they're the same creature. God.
Yeah, but I think it'll be separate.
I didn't put the cloak on. Okay, fine. I put the cloak on. Wait, no. I'm just kidding.
Still got it in your hand.
No.
You can put it on any time you want. Free action.
This is not the time to be putting on strange clothing.
Strange.
The mere act of rummaging through this footlocker just got us aggroed by. I'm guessing there's still one more floor, so I don't see how these could be the boss, but these are not going to be. I'm going to look it up for the stream, and I'm not going to look at the stat block.
All right, so I've got Zoe and Erevin's rolls. Can I get Vanya and Biggie's initiative rolls, please?
Oh yeah, I need to. Biggie has to roll too. Sorry.
And Lily, if you would roll initiative and let me know your number total.
Rolling.
Hold on.
Erevan, I got you as a 4. Yeah, Erevan and Zoe both rolled correctly. And Pepe, too.
Oh no, Pepe. No, he acts on my initiative.
Nope, he acts on his own initiative.
What?
It's in the spell.
Really?
Yep, he acts and moves on
My
his own
initiative
initiative, but you
plus
can...
2, so I just got a 22 total.
You rolled a 20 and you have +2?
Yes.
All right.
Wow, it rolled its own initiative. That's just crazy.
I know, right?
I should read my own spell.
I literally
I
just
should
read it
spend
today.
more time reading my spells and less reading the monsters we're reading.
Yeah?
I'm kidding. I mean, I've read Gas, but not recently. Image. But I did download a picture of it so I can add it to my stream. Oh, wait, I don't even have to do it this way. Oh, Biggie's initiative, by the way, is 15. And I'll roll Pepe.
All right, and yeah, Pepe, and then we'll go ahead and start.
That's what we're fighting. 2 of these. I just put a Ghast up on the stream. Ghast. Okay, so Pepe's is... I have to check his stat block, sorry. Oh, +0. Okay, so he's a 7.
7, okay. All right, we've got the initiative set. First to act is going to be Vanya. There is nothing specific that I would necessarily tell you to do. I'm just going to remind you really quick what abilities you have. Your Channel Divinity came back. You can either use it to turn them. You can use it to use your light attack, which would be strong against them, just you don't know how strong compared to the shadows. You can also cast any spells that you have on your sheet. And I would suggest that you do something good because they go after you.
I'm not going to tell you a million different options. I'm just going to say, since you're like the lowest hit points of all of us, and these things are really strong, you could use your action to disengage, and then you could run all the way back, like maybe be here, like behind Erevan, and you'd still get a line of sight to the ghoul. You'd still be able to see it in a straight line, but it wouldn't be next to you. If you did that, you use your action, so you can't attack, but it won't get to attack you as you run by it. Normally, if you run away from an enemy, they get to attack you. But if you use your action to disengage, then they can't.
Yep, that would not be a terrible idea because you are out of your defensive spells. So there's one right behind you, and it doesn't have anywhere else to go.
Oh, and it's your turn, Vanya. Are you there? We can't hear you. You might be muted.
Yeah, I'm here. What do I do?
Okay, so
it's your turn. Go ahead and take it. No. Just let. Did you hear what we were saying, or were you not there?
I wasn't here for a second.
Okay, so you have 2 gas that are on both sides of you, and they're about to kill all of you. You're the weakest right now, but you're also the strongest fighter. So you can either attack them from where you're at, and then they'll probably kill you on the next turn because they're next. Or you can take your action and run back and let your party protect you while you cast it at them from the back. So you have your spells that you have, and you have your abilities, and it is your turn.
I wanna go like back so that I can attack them from far away,
Okay,
and
so the way
the other team
the way that
can
works,
also do that.
the way that will work is there's an action called disengage. You disengage, and it makes you able to walk past creatures without being attacked by them. So you would use that action, and then you're going to move your speed, which is 6 squares, and you can move as far as you'd like. So you use your action, you have now disengaged, and you can run enemies. Now move your character up to 6 squares, and tell me when you're done moving.
You should move here, probably.
Done.
Okay, so yeah, you have moved back, and the creatures cannot reach you because your allies are in the way. That is your action and your move. So you weren't able to attack this turn, but you were able to use your quick acting ability because you went first. You were able to use that to escape certain death. So your turn was spent saving yourself, which is not a wasted turn.
Okay.
All right. And then next turn, you should probably light them up and hope that your party's not dead by then. The next creature is gas number B. Yes, number B. That's how we're doing it. Numbers. Number B. There's a YouTube channel that always says number A, number B, and people made fun of him for it, and he deserved it. So gas number B, it's this gas turn, and he bursts forth from the wall, and he ravenously looks around, and he sees Vanya, and then she goes, nope, and she yeets out of the room, and he's like, all right, what is next? And he just looks straight forward, and he leaps across the bed, and he jumps up on top of it, and he starts ravening his claws in a flurry of blows at Zoe, who is directly across from him on the bed.
McGee doesn't like this. He's flanked by gas. McGee is not happy right now.
Well, he's attacking. This one's attacking Zoe. It hasn't really noticed you there yet. Zoe was just directly in front of him with the next closest target. But yeah, you are flanked by gas technically. So Gas B flails forward, crawling across the bed, and starts slashing at Zoe with its claws. And that will be a 23 to hit. Does that hit Zoe?
Gee, I wonder.
All right. Zoe, I would need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And you take 13 damage.
Sorry, give me a second.
Oh, no problem.
You said Constitution saving throw?
Yep. Oh, Vanya, could you make a Constitution saving throw also?
Yes.
Okay, let me know once you got that number. So you'll roll it, and it's a Constitution save, which is probably just your Constitution modifier. I don't know if you're proficient. Zoe is. That's good. You are not. So yeah, roll and add basically +1.
20.
Nice. All right. So what actually happened while we're waiting for Zoe's roll is this thing bursts forth from its wall, and you turn around and you see it, and you're just horrified by it. And you're about to turn around and start running, and then you smell this horrible, acrid. It smells like every gross thing you can imagine, all mixed together and then amplified by 10. But you're able to it's not BE, and you're able to choke back your gag reflex, and you're able to like hold your breath and plug your nose and not smell. But it almost made you like you're almost shivering how bad it smelled. But you're kind of over that. It was just the initial shock, but you're kind of resisting it now. But yeah, it was bad.
I felt
so did you get your con save?
Yeah. I got 18.
What did you say, Zoe? Sorry, I was listening to Baki.
I got an 18.
18. Okay, good. So you don't feel that smell yet. It hasn't quite hit you. What hit you was the claws. And you feel that same energy you felt when the ghouls hit you, except you feel that this one is not being stopped by your elven blood. This is coursing through your veins, and it is doing its best to clog up your muscles